call this meeting to order of the Lincoln County Board of Education on Monday, June 30th, 6 o'clock at the Lincoln County Board of Education at the board's office. This is a meeting for the Lincoln County Board of Education and the public for the purpose of conducting the county schools systems business. There's a time for public participation during the meeting as indicated on the agenda item public comments. This meeting is being live streamed, and a video copy of the meeting will be on the board's website within 5 working days. At this time, I'm going to call on myself to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call for this evening. I've got myself and Superintendent Barnett sitting here with us, and on the phone we've got Board Member Mr. Cartwright and Board Member Mr. Mosteller. We have not been successful in getting Board Member McComas on the phone, and Board Member Burns isn't present. That takes us to agenda item 3, public comment. Did we have anybody sign in for public comment? No. Okay, so we go on to agenda item 4, instruction and leadership. We don't have anything.
Nothing tonight.
Don't have anything under instruction and leadership tonight. So it takes us to agenda item 5, which is special recognition.
I'm trying to still reach Ms. McComas, Board Member McComas. She says to call in, but I tell her it keeps going to voicemail. So 1 second, see if I can get her, and then we'll get that in there. Okay. All right. Board Member McComas is calling now. All right, Ms. McComas, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Very good.
So
All right, we're about to recognize 2 students here that have had some pretty special activities happen to them over the summer, and I'd like for them to be able to explain that to the members. So at this time, Clay, if you could come up, Clay Smith, if you could come up here so the ones on the phone here can hear you. So tell us a little bit about what you did this summer.
I traveled to Budapest, Hungary, Banska Bystrica, Slovakia, which is Charleston's sister city, and Prague in the Czech Republic with the West Virginia Symphony Orchestra. And we had performances in all 3 cities, and we toured each city, and we saw many national government buildings in those cities, such as the Hungarian Parliament building, and we saw historical landmarks in Prague, like the Prague Castle, and we saw some in Hungary, such as St. Stephen's Basilica. And in Banska Bystrica, we saw the Museum of the Slovak National Uprising.
That's exciting. That's an experience that you'll never forget, and I'm very proud of you for being able to do that and sharing your talent with not just Lincoln County but with the world. I'm very, very proud of you for that. So just a small token here, a certificate of achievement for here for the appreciation of your talent, and I'm tickled to death for you and very proud of you, Clay. Very proud of you.
Congratulations.
And in addition, Iris shared a little bit of her own talent. So
I traveled across Portugal for a week and a half to various cities like Lisbon, and then we traveled out to places like Cascais and Évora and Sintra and Óbidos, and then we traveled up to Porto. And we toured around those cities, and we had 4 performances. I'm with the Appalachian Children's Chorus, and so it's the official children's chorus of West Virginia. And so we got to travel around and see all of the beautiful sites in the country and meet all of these wonderful local people and perform for them and spread a bit of our culture.
this is fantastic. Again, I couldn't be more proud of you. It hits a special place in my heart, being a musician. that you guys were able to do this and share your talent with everyone, and I'm very proud of you, and I appreciate your talent. And Amy might want to get a picture of you. We'll do this, and then she probably wants some comments from Clay. Did you get a picture of Clay? Okay, all right. Yeah, so we're very thrilled, and thank you for coming out tonight on a hot summer night, but I appreciate you coming, and I know the board members that are on the phone appreciate you coming, and the people in attendance, just both of you, just fantastic job, and look forward to hearing more great, wonderful things out of both of you.
Yes, Clay, Iris, thank you both. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wonderful job.
Okay.
So that takes us to the agenda item 6, which is approval of the minutes from the May 27th and June 3rd meetings.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Cartwright makes the motion,
I'll second it.
seconded by Mr. Mosteller. All in favor?
Aye.
That passes 4-0. Then that takes us to agenda item 7, which is consent. Looking through your agenda, you've got items A through T, so quite a few, and most of those are agreements with Mountain State ESC, just different things that are coming up for the new school year, much of the same as the beginning of last school year, and then there's a couple more. But I'll give you time to review those, and
I'll make a motion, we approve the consent items.
Mr. Mosteller with the motion,
I'll second that.
seconded by Mr. Cartwright. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
And that passes 4-0. That takes us to agenda item 8, which is policies. We've had many policies under review. Their 30-day review is policy 614, that's item A under section 8. And then item B, we have several to be revised. And then item C, we're approving the following policy, that's transportation for curricular. And then item D is these following new policies to be adopted. So there's a couple there. So there's items A, B, C, and D under agenda item 8.
Mr. Wilson, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Cartwright,
I'll second it.
seconded by Mr. Mosteller. All in favor?
Aye.
And that passes 4-0. Takes us to agenda item 9, allowed and authorized payment of bills. In your agenda, that's your financial sheet. I don't know what color it is at this point. It's white, the last one, okay.
I'll make a motion, we authorize the payment of invoices.
Okay, motion by Mr. Cartwright.
I'll second it.
Sorry, Mosteller, my bad. Motion by Mr. Mosteller, second by Ms. McComas. All in favor? Say aye. Aye. And that passes 4-0. And then this takes us to agenda item 10, which I'm assuming that's the reason for the Monday 30th, June the 30th meeting here, requesting approval for many financial items. You got items A, B, C, D, E, and F, with F being the retirees and that. So I'll entertain a motion to approve agenda item 10, financial request for approval.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Cartwright,
I'll second it.
second by Ms. McComas. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
And that passes 4-0. That takes us to agenda item 11, which is personnel. Personnel's on the blue sheet in your agenda. Give you a second to look over that.
Mr. Wilson, I'll move to approve personnel.
Mr. Cartwright makes a motion to approve personnel,
I'll second.
seconded by Mr. Mosteller. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
That passes 4-0. And then that takes us to agenda item 12, which is superintendent updates.
Well, I'm happy to report that Mr. Davis and I attended the School Building Authority meeting last week. We had applied for funding to replace the chiller, the original chiller at Lincoln County High School. It's in pretty bad disarray, and it's obsolete. You can't find parts for it. So a replacement cost of that is between $900,000 and $1 million to replace that chiller, which is a lot of takes a lot out of our account. So we had reached out to the SBA, filled out the grant application, and consequently we were awarded. We were funded for this project to the tune of $873,500, and which would leave us just responsible for picking up the rest of it. So we're very glad that that came about for us, and we feel very, very blessed that the School Building Authority saw fit to look at our application and approve it. We did pretty well with that one, so we're very, very thrilled for that. So that was my update for this evening.
Good.
That's great. Chiller for the high school. Wonderful. That takes us to agenda item 13, which is board member comments. If we have any comments.
Mr. Wilson, I just have a couple things. First of all, I'm glad to hear that SBA approved that, and thank you to Mr. Barnett and Mr. Davis for staying on top of that. And I apologize to the board for short notice tonight on calling in, and I had somewhat of a scheduling conflict unplanned this evening, but I appreciate everybody working with me and calling in, and that's all I have.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you,
Thank you, Mr. Cartwright.
I'd just like to make a comment on all these policies. I know when we started 3 years ago, we had we wanted to update, go through the policies, make updates and revisions. There's a lot on this agenda. Looks like there's more to come on the next ones. I'd like to stay, I know we've been chipping away, but let's continue to stay on top of that and get all of our policies updated, particularly any ones that are in the way past that haven't been revised or updated in quite some time. It'd be nice to get those moved to the forefront, but.
Absolutely.
If nobody else, then I would make a motion that we enter into executive session to do for agenda items 14 and 15.
I'll second that motion.
This, motion by Wilson, seconded by Mr. Cartwright. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and that passes 4-0, and the time is 6:16. Mr. Cartwright makes a motion to enter regular session, and Mr. Mosteller seconded it, and the time is 6:31. We were just in executive session where there was no votes taking, and that's for agenda item 14, student discipline, and the vote, a vote to return back to regular session. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So that passes 4-0, and that was at 6:31. So, the superintendent recommends the board ratify the following student expulsions in accordance with West Virginia Code 18A-5-1A and 61-7-2, and West Virginia Department of Education Policy 4373. Students A and B shall be expelled from Lincoln County schools.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Cartwright makes the motion,
I'll second it.
seconded by Mr. Mosteller. All in favor? Aye.
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 And that passes 4-0. And that takes us to agenda item 15. Also, this was employee discipline, and the superintendent recommends that the board ratify the following employee suspension, a ratification of suspension of service employee. Make a motion. Mr. Wilson makes the motion, seconded by Ms. McComas.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Ms. McComas. And to ratify the previously imposed 5-day suspension of June 9th, 2025 through June 13th, 2025 without a pay of a service employee. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and that passes 4-0, and that employee's name is?
Allison Miller.
Allison Miller. And that takes us to agenda item 16, which is adjourned until Tuesday, July 15th, 2025 at 6 p.m. at the central office in Hamlin.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Cartwright motions. Mr. Mosteller seconds. All in favor? Aye. And that passes 4-0, and the time is 6:34.